This week, I was reading Genesis 41, the portion of the week. It goes over the story of Joseph and how he is called to discern and to interpret the dreams of Pharaoh. And in that dream, he was basically telling him that there was going to be 7 years of abundance for Egypt and 7 years of hunger. And that made me think of our life. We have to make sure that the perspective that we have towards life is understanding that all of us go through seasons. And we see it in nature. There's 4 seasons. There's winter, there's fall, there's summer, and there's spring. And there's going to be seasons of abundance, and there's going to be seasons of hunger. There's going to be seasons where you are reaping the fruit of your labor. And then there's going to be seasons where you have to put your things in order because you're going to start a new season. And that's basically what Joseph was called to do in Egypt. Pharaoh assigned him to then put things in order to prepare provision for the people of Egypt for those 7 years of hunger. And sometimes we are so distracted with things that are temporary that we miss when God is alerting us of the season that's coming up, so that we don't prepare. He always provides. He's a provider. He always has provision for us. But if we're not paying attention to the time that we're living in and what he is speaking to us, to your family, to your home, so that you can be responsible enough to make provision for your family in the future, you're going to suffer and your family is going to suffer. And this makes me think of the instruction and the law that God has given us. It's provision for our next generations. Our obedience today is provision for our next generation. That's why it's so important for us to obey the instruction, for us to fulfill our role that he has called us to fulfill. Even though there might be some friction, a lot of people might not understand. If you're coming from a family where they don't walk the same way that you do, you're going to go through some friction with them. But that's okay. That does not change the calling that you have. Amen. People don't have to agree with what you were called to do. You are still responsible to fulfill your obedience to God. And that is the number one priority. Amen. So I encourage you today to seek what season you're in now and what season God is calling you to be in next, so that you can make provision for you and for your family next. Amen.